Before you all turn on me and say that I became crazy, I just want to reassure you I am not. Well, I maybe am. Because who else than someone that is really crazy would have placed 256 stacks of stone at their world spawn point? Well, for that, I am a little bit crazy. Hey, guess what? I finally won Minecraft. You might be asking, how is that? Well, I will show you right now. I fished for hours and hours and I got not one, but 7 mending enchanted books. I mean, how cool is that? Now we can finally do whatever we want with mending tools for everything. I need a mending helmet, I need mending pants, and I need to put mending on this shovel because the other one broke. And then I think we'll be ready to have mending on all the tools and all the armor pieces and everything. So let's do that right now. Dang it! Not enough levels! Mwahaha! I finally have mending everything. MaitreDesBlocs strikes once again. Hello, YouTube! This is MaitreDesBlocs, and today we're going to continue our Minecraft Let's Play for episode 55 of the Minecraft Let's Play series. How are you guys all doing? How is everything? And how... I should stop doing this. I should really stop saying that. What's up, people? What's up? And I suck at making intros. What could be a catchy phrase that I could say at the beginning of these videos? You can suggest things in the comments because I want to alternate it a little bit. I don't always want to say, how are you guys all doing? How's life? How's the family? Anyways, we are back here into the Let's Play world once again at the top of the lighthouse. I was just doing an F1 view of the land because this place is starting to look beautiful. Seriously, I love looking at the village from here. It's really starting to take some shape. You can see some paths going that way, path going that way. You can see everything on the side of the cliff from here, and all of that over there, and even the walkway down below. I love this view. But I realize when looking here, there is something missing. If you look closely, like this, you can see that the scene is not balanced on both sides of the screen. At the right here, you have the elevator, the iron farm, and this, and all of that stuff at the right. But at the left, on this side here, there's nothing. There's not much here, except the mob farm over there, which kind of balances it when you look at it like this. But when you look at this view, it's not really balanced. There should be something there. And that is what I want to do to start this episode. I want to put something on the side of that cliff. And you know, my ego has gotten quite big, and I want to put something there representing me. Me and just me. I want to put my YouTube logo on the side of that cliff. I thought that would look pretty cool as like a trademark for the island itself, and just to show that this island belongs to me. I'm the king of this place. It must be my flag, my mark. Right there, we're gonna put a big sign of my face. Well, not really, no. The MDB with a pickaxe is what I wanted to put on the side of that cliff. The problem is, there's not much space on that cliff. If you look at it from closer, you can see it's like a 10 wide spot. Maybe we could put like 14 or even 20 blocks by 20 blocks, but you don't have that much space on the side of that cliff. I could put something all there, but that's not big enough for what we're going to want to put as a mosaic. So what I have to do is I'll have to make a smaller version of my profile picture of YouTube. And I think that should look pretty good if I do it right. But I have to experiment on that. And to do that, I'll have to get a lot of black wool, mainly, and a couple other materials to start building that project. I think this is a good size for it. I tried a couple different dimensions, and I think this is what I'm most satisfied with. I started with 8 by 8 for the black, and a border 1 wide, so it was 10 by 10. And that wasn't visible enough from here. Now this is 14 by 14 for the total of it. 12 by 12 for the black middle. And I think that is good enough because it's not too big, so it doesn't distract from the other things too much, and you can still read it. And that is perfectly what I want. Well, I mean, you can't read anything right now because it's all black. But when I'll be adding the detail and the MDB letters to it, you'll be able to see it from here, I think. Yeah, I'm satisfied with it. Now it's time for me to head there and to add the details to it. And there it is. The logo is complete. It is 15 by 15 as a final product. And I am pretty satisfied with how that turned out. I put a glowstone with a trapdoor on it in the middle of the pickaxe to light up the whole thing. The only corner that's not lit up is the bottom left where the M is. But apart from that, it looks really cool, and especially at night. In the day, I didn't even see it because I just finished building it. So when the sun rises, I'll be able to see how it looks like during the day. Yeah, pretty much the same as it is at nighttime. I like it. It doesn't distract too much from the other things, and it balances out on that side of the mountain too. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Project completed. You know what? I've been playing with this for a while, and I'm really starting to enjoy seeing my YouTube sign right there on the side of that cliff. It really puts some personality to this island. And you know what? I think my ego has gotten even bigger. Now I want an even bigger version of this. I want to see a logo that will be so huge, the whole Minecraft world will be shaken by its size. I want to see a 128 by 128 mosaic size of this put somewhere into the world. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to find another mushroom island, and we're going to build a giant, super huge carpet of a 128 by 128 YouTube sign on the mushroom island. And then we'll see how big that will be. And finally, the 256 stacks of stone have been placed. I give up. This has taken way too long. 256 stacks of stone over the course of 3 real-life days. And the first layer is done. I give up. My ego is not that big after all. Before you all turn on me and say that I became crazy, I just want to reassure you I am not. Well, I maybe am. Because who else than someone that is really crazy would have placed 256 stacks of stone at their world spawn point? Well, for that, I am a little bit crazy. But my plan here is not that ridiculous. I will warn you right now, I have a good idea to do with this place. And it's not just the fact that I want to build a gigantic logo of myself. Even though that is true. That part is true. I do want to build a gigantic logo of my YouTube channel onto this 128 by 128. And why did I put stone all here? Because it'll be way easier to bake the mosaic on top of a stone layer than to just put it floating in midair. And because my terrain is amplified, I needed a flat area to do this. And the only way I could find a flat area without digging mountains was to do it at height limit. So that's why I did it right there. There are like 2 or 3 more blocks above that until it'll be height limit. And that is where I decided to put it. So I have some room to put the stuff above there. And what this did, and you're probably going to guess my plan when I'm going to show you right this, you might have seen in the montage that I did, but I had a map the entire time I was building this in my hand. And this is why. Admire this, because it's not a sight you'll see often in survival Minecraft. That is a block. A completely, totally solid gray block. Texture, I mean. No, it's not really a block, it's an item frame, but it gives the texture of a completely gray, solid, flat surface. And the only reason why you see the gray thing, not the gray thing, the green thing, is because the map area, we are inside of the map area right now. So that's why it displays where the map is placed into the map area. But if we put this somewhere else into the world, we wouldn't see that little green thing. That is indicating where this is on the map itself. But basically, there is a reason why I chose to make this 128 by 128. Because it fits perfectly onto a map. And that way, I am able to make custom block textures in survival. This is something I've been thinking about doing for a while, but for the immensity of the project of it, I've never actually did this into survival before. And I was like, why not do it in an episode? And little did I know, 1 week and a half later, I would still be working on it. But we did the first layer of the project at least. And now, I have a foundation to build whatever Minecraft map I want to put on there to actually make my own block textures. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about if I come right here. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I want a complete solid gray block. I don't know why. Let's just place an item frame down. Map inside of there. There we go. I have a custom block texture. And I can basically put in here whatever I want. At the cost that one item frame is an entity, and that lags the game if you have too many. So I wouldn't do a full entire house with custom wall textures, but even with the limitations, it's still really cool to have this tool into survival. And there is even a cooler thing with this. I was thinking I would need to make one of those for every single custom texture we build, and that is not the case. Why? Because 1.9 added map cloning. I thought to make more maps of a single area, if we wanted, like, for example, 64 custom textures, we need to go there with 64 maps and activate them all, and then bring them back where we want to place them. We do not need to do that. We can just take the map that we had, and an empty map, and clone it. And those two clones will have the same ID, so that even saves on some map IDs into the game, and they're basically exactly the same. That one, and actually I'm going to separate them to show. We have that one, and we have that one. Exactly the same, no need to go there to load the area, you can just make it wherever you want in the world, and it's going to have that gray texture. So I'm going to save those into a chest, so even when we put other things onto that, we're going to have that unique, beautiful, gray, complete gray, oh hello zombie pigman, texture for whatever we want to do with it. And it's done. I spent a few more days and I did it. No, I'm joking. I'm not done with this yet. No, this is gonna be a huge project, but I made it into a creative world to kind of get the idea of how large this project would be. And I did not build this by hand. This is, by the way, the whole map area. This is a program I used, image to map converter. I'm going to link into the description. I used to basically take my YouTube logo and change it into a schematic file to put into a world. And this is what the map looks like. And this is what the area looks like. And you can kind of see how large this project would be. And you might be thinking, this is really discouraging to see how big this is. But to me, it is not, because I can see kind of what kind of project this is to tackle. First of all, we need lots of sand and gunpowder to make that TNT. And we have a farm of both of those. Well, we have a desert to get the sand. And we have a creeper farm for the gunpowder. We need tons and tons of beds. And we need tons and tons of black wool. Both of those require the same thing, wool and wood for the beds. But basically, if I can make a sheep farm, even just a black sheep farm, I could get all the wool I would need for this, including all for the beds, because I can make beds with black wool. And then, with those two things, that's basically like the most of this. That's like almost all that there is to this, except all of this gold here, gold pressure plates. And those can be acquired really easy because I'm basically remaking a gold farm in my main world, so yeah, I don't think this will be too much of a hassle to really build. The only thing will be the gathering of materials. That's going to take a while. Making a farm for all the things you need to make a farm out of, and then actually building it. That's going to be a huge project. But then we will have maps of this to place all over the world. And just for you to see an idea of how this would look. Imagine if I made a project, I could just put this like on the side of a wall or something in the project, just to say made by MaitreDesBlocs, and then the YouTube logo. That would be really, really cool to have those like all over the world, to have like a touch, a personal touch to the whole thing. Yeah, I like that. I like that, but it's going to take a while to do. So that's why we're going to stop this for today, and we're going to work on another project. So for the next project of the video, we're going to work on the project that I seem to avoid and neglect the most out of all, and that is the zombie complex. Of course, we're going to work on the zombie complex again, and I don't know if you guys are saying right now, oh yay, he's working on the zombie complex, or oh no, not the zombie complex again. Because when I work on this, usually it's just a full bunch of redstone building. And that is probably what this is going to be as well. We're going to build some redstone systems. Hopefully not the whole episode. The whole rest of the episode, I mean, will be about redstone, but a part of it at least. Last time we worked on the zombie complex, we built this whole system here, this rail line, and this thing here. And this is basically a zombie villager sorter. We send into this minecart. And the zombies are all accumulated back there, zombies and zombie villager. When we press, I think it's, well, either of those, really, sort zombie. It opens the trapdoor briefly. It lets one single zombie or zombie villager through. And then we can click sort villager, either that and it pulls it down through the piston on that gold pressure plate, or sort zombie and that pulls it up into a lava chamber above. And that are the two options of the system, and I want to redo this system. Not redo the design, I love the design, but to change the location of it, because we have a rail going back and forth from over there to over there. And the reason is, because when we're here, the spawner is active. And we're over there, the spawner is not active, but we can actually use this thing. And sort them, I want to move this close enough to the spawner that we can be able to use the spawner while activate the spawner while we sort them. So after you waited a while and they accumulated, you can just press a button non-stop and more will come and replace them, and you don't have to like go back, AFK, wait for more, go back there, sort them, and so on. And I think it will be better overall. And I think all we have to do for that is just to move this somewhere around here. Because when I'm here, the spawner is active. So I think that would work, and I think this is a good location. There's already... Oh. Or maybe not. I did not know there were so many water systems right above. Where are there water systems? That's the question. They're like everywhere. I'll maybe have to do some water system rearrangement to get that to a location where I like. But basically, I just want to move that close enough to the spawner that this is active while we use that sorting system. And that's what I'm going to start off with. And since that will be boring, I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll see you when I get that done. And it is done. The whole zombie villager sorter has been moved from that room over there to over here. And I also redid the look of it and made it all look pretty and finished. And I am pretty satisfied with it. Let me turn off the spawner so we don't get any more zombies spawning and not overflow the system. This is where the location is right now. You just stand on the middle of this platform. The top button source for zombie. It also opens a trapdoor to let one pass through. So if it's a zombie, you want it to go above, you press this. Piston to this location brings it into a lava room above. And if it's a zombie villager, you press the button below, and it goes down through the floor into that room with all the other zombie villagers. And you can basically do this forever. And as long as I'm standing here, that spawner is active this time. So more zombies are spawning while I'm using this system. And that is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So I don't have to do AFKing. I can just basically press the... What are you doing here? Alright, we got all the 15 zombie villagers accumulated on the gold pressure plate, so the signal strength is maxed out, and the light turned on. So we have a whole batch ready to be cured, so let's go to the curing station. And this is a new way I got to do that. This is a trap door hidden into the floor, so when I drop the zombies down to the curing station with this button, it sucks them through the wall, and I also fall here. And then I'm able to see them being processed in a hospital-like corridor as they're slowly going towards a curing station one by one. Oh, I feel so evil. Oh my gosh, this is epic. They're all being processed. There we go. Let's now go down below and see them in the spot. Oh no. They fell through again! Why does this happen every single time? They're not supposed to be down there! Oh, we got 15 zombie villagers once again. Man, that took long. Even with the system, with the spawner being always active when we're over here, it takes so long with one zombie villager per 20 zombies to get 15 of these. And shut up, Thunderstorm, we're trying to talk. But now that we got 15, the light turned on, and now we can process them. So to process them, as I did before, you just press the button right here. And it puts them down, and it opens a trapdoor to let you go into the hospital section. And the zombies are just going on the marching of the dead. It's the marching of the dead. And then they're falling down, and hopefully this time it won't do anything stupid, and they're just going to be resting into the chamber below. Yup. Except that you found a way to escape, so I'll have to kill you, I'm sorry. So we'll be 14. I still have to sort that issue out. I didn't think they were able to get here, but I guess under pressure, the system can launch one all the way there. But the others seem to be all fine and jumping up and down that room. And the cow is hopefully going to be shot by the snow golem, so all I have to do now is to splash them with a potion, which I did, and now to give them golden apples. So let's take these golden apples and cure these guys. I apparently missed giving the golden apple to that last guy behind there, I think. Because he's not getting cured right now. Uh-oh. But if I leave and I go down there to fix it, he's going to attack my zombie villagers. Can I reach the button from here, I wonder? Please? Can I, without the zombie villager stopping to see me? I think it's this button. There's no more potions. There are no more potions. I have to kill this guy without hurting the villagers. Can I do that? I think I got him once. I got him without killing the other villagers. Perfect. I wondered why the villagers weren't falling down after they had been all cured, because the snow golem is not shooting the mushroom anymore, because how the system works is that the snow golem sees the zombie villagers, tries to shoot them, shoots this mushroom who jumps into a tripwire, activates a timer, And when there are no more of the zombie villagers, the mushroom doesn't activate the timer anymore. The timer runs down, and all of the villagers will be processed down below. The problem is, when I changed to Forge when using the replay mod last time, the tripwire broke over here. So if I place this back and I punch this guy once, that should fix the system in a short while. And there we go. All the villagers have fallen down below into the water stream, and this water stream can lead them to the elevator leading them to the trading hall that I got around 150 blocks above, or something like that. And right now they're just resting here because this block is preventing them from going anywhere, because I want to redo the villager distribution system, and that's what we're going to do next in the zombie complex project. We need a way to take these villagers and bring them to different locations. We want to be able to choose if they're going to go to the trading hall, or to the village that we got going above, or to other places too, like the field. If we need another farmer in the field, we could bring one there, and all sorts of things like that. So I'll have to make a villager sorter for different villager locations, and that's probably what I'm going to do in the next episode, or in a future one when we work on the zombie complex again. By the way, if you guys don't know why I did not, unlike I usually, show the redstone behind this thing, the sorting system for the zombie villagers, it is because a couple episodes ago I already built this sorting system over here, and I already showed all how it works. So I think most of you saw already me build it before, maybe you did, because it was not too long ago. But if you didn't, you can go watch that episode again, or you can watch it for the first time if you haven't seen it yet. But the reason why I'm not explaining it here again is because I would probably need a whole episode to explain this. I tried to make it really compact, and it makes it pretty much unexplainable. This is like a big mess of wiring. And there's more going to the other side too. But it works perfectly. I just don't want to mess with it anymore. That's the one reason why I like living into a mushroom island, is because I don't have to worry about a creeper blowing my redstone up. Because if that was a risk I would take with this, well, I would be really mad if I had to redo this. I don't think I would be able to. But it's really compact at least. But anyways, I think that'll be it for this episode of the Minecraft Let's Play. I really hope you enjoyed. I really hope it provided you with some enjoyment for today. I'll smile on your face, a laugh, a chuckle, something good, because if I did, I'm happy, and I should probably stop running around. And that's what I'm trying to do with this. But anyways, that'll be it for this one. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. MaitreDesBlocs out.